Hi guys, it's Felicia, your sweatpants diva here. I hope you guys have had a fabulous holiday season, and I hope that you all are doing well and looking forward to the new year. I just wanted to do a quick video on my personal goals for 2015. 2014 was definitely a year full of many trials. A lot happened, to say the least, but I'm not here to focus on that. I'll probably discuss a little bit of it in a later video. But for now, I just wanted to talk about what my goals were for 2015. I really didn't set like resolutions because, let's face it, come on, life is about growing constantly and always just, looking for ways to improve and to change. I don't believe that we like set points and then meet them. I think that we just continue to grow from like where we are, and it's just a continuous thing. And sometimes like even goals that you meet, that you've obtained, like those can even be improved in different areas as well. So anyways, not to go on babbling any longer, I actually divided my goals into different sections. First, the first section is home life. For my home, I wanted to continue to create an environment that I feel good about. During last year, in 2014, I began purchasing like small things within my home that I thought would make my home life better, and I noticed a huge difference, like just as far as like function goes, just to kind of make life easier and better. And I would like to continue to do that. I've lived in my home for 7 years now, and I've slowly added pieces. I mean, most of my walls are still bare, but I'm slowly kind of getting things the way that I like them. Excuse me. Next, under home life, I like to be mindful of the things and people that I allow into my home. I am one of those people that's like constantly on the go, but I noticed towards the end of last year I was spending, more time at home, and in the past I've just been one of those people where, and I talk about it more on my blog post, so if you would like to go to sweatpantsdiva.com, you'll get more details there. But I've never like paid attention to, or should I say filter, the things and the people that I allow into my home. I remember my grandmother used to talk about, you don't allow everyone to come to your house, or you don't allow this and allow that, and I, kind of old-fashioned, whatever. But it's true though, I would like to create an environment for my daughter and I. Like, this is our safe haven. And whenever people walk into the doors here, I would like for them to feel safe and loved as well. So sometimes you have to filter the type of music that comes in, the type of movies that are being watched, the type of people, not to say that you should, I'm not saying that you judge people, but what I am saying is that the things that you allow into your home should contribute to the environment in which you're trying to create. So for me, it's about positivity and trying to create a Christian home environment. So that's kind of what needs to come in. Also, for my home life, I would like to continue my personal growth with God, and also to continue to watch and guide my daughter in her growth, but also to incorporate more scripture in our day-to-day life. She's growing up, she's becoming older, and a lot of things are about why. Like, I don't like to just tell her, well, this is the way it is. I like to explain to her why. So I would like to begin to incorporate just more scripture to kind of back it up. Next, let's talk about health. That was the next category for me. The first thing I would like to do is to create more time for myself, like more me time to do whatever the heck my little body or mind feels like doing, whether that be to take a walk or to take a bath, go get a pedicure, cook a nice meal, whatever that is. I just need time to focus on my mental health more, kind of with everything else that's going on, like with work and trying to keep up with, just being a mom and being a therapist and doing everything for everyone else. I need to kind of focus on myself a bit more, which is definitely an issue in which I have always felt that in the past years, and especially last year. Like, I gave very little effort or time to myself, and this year is actually probably the first time that I've actually voiced that I want more time for me. I think that as a Christian, sometimes or even as a female or woman or someone that's a healthcare provider or a caregiver, you feel selfish in a way by devoting more time to yourself. It feels that, I don't know, there's just a lot of guilt that I've always felt in the past, and this year I am letting it go, and it does help. Like, I'm not going to say that I just woke up with this great revelation and woohoo, go get it, girl. It was more so that my daughter's becoming older and she is becoming much more independent, and we actually had a conversation, and you know, we kind of talk about things a lot, and she's like, Mommy, you know, you should do more things for yourself. Like, you should go places, or we'll be out shopping, and she's like, you should buy this for you. And okay, cool. But yeah, that's definitely something that I like to do more of. Also, I need to sleep more. My goal for this year is to get a minimum of 6 hours of sleep per night. And I know, like, people say you should get 8 to 10 hours. I'm not there yet, and I'm not about to set myself up for failure and say that, oh yeah, I'm gonna start getting 8 to 10 hours of sleep, because that's probably not gonna happen. For me, 6 hours would be excellent. In the past, 2-3 hours. If I got like 4 hours, I was like, rock on, sister. And finally, which is something that I will discuss later, especially considering the fact that I was a huge paleo fan, and I still am, but I'll talk more about that later. My goal for this year is to follow a more plant-based diet, and this is something that I began incorporating on like around December 29th, December 30th, and I'm loving it. Like, I feel amazing. I haven't had any meat. I haven't had any dairy. Although, wait, let me take that back. Yesterday at my daughter's volleyball game, I did have 2 Cheez-Its, so I cheated, okay? But other than that, I have not had meat or dairy products. I've been predominantly eating raw and like fruits and vegetables, and I eat rice again. Like, it's been amazing. But I'll talk about that later. And it's not about weight loss for me at this point. There was a lot that happened, like, with my family last year, and it's just kind of changed the way that I look at things as far as health is concerned. And that's why I'm doing it. Like, it's not because I hate paleo. I actually try to follow paleo with my daughter because I'm not forcing her to go vegan as of yet. But yeah, we'll talk more about that later. But my goal for 2015 is to follow more of a plant-based diet. It feels good to me. That's why I'm doing it. Not because, you know, at some point I may look at it as, wow, this is like saving the earth, or I don't know. But for right now, my reasoning is selfish. It feels amazing, and that's why I'm doing it. Next, my social life. That is the next category for me. This year, oh my gosh, I'm an 80s baby. Well, I was born in 81, so I turned 30. I'm 33 now. I turned 34 this year, but this is such a huge year because the bulk of my friends are turning 35, and they are making plans, baby. Like, big plans. I'm talking about, there's some serious traveling that's probably going to happen this year. So that's pretty exciting, you know. Like, I think that life within itself is a celebration, and they have every right to be excited, because next year when I turn 30, I don't know what I'm going to do. Probably, I'm such an island girl, it'll probably be like beach and massage or something. But we're talking like Vegas and Asia, and I don't know. Like, we'll see what God has in store. But I would like to spend more time, like the personal time, with my friends, and also with my friends from high school. Like, we have not connected in such a long time. Like, we see each other and it's like hi, bye, hit and miss, but I'm back home and I'm getting older, and I don't know, I just really would like to connect more with all of my friends. And also, under social life is my family. I have a huge family. Let me start off by saying that is part of my not problem. It's a good problem. I have a huge family and I have a lot of friends. So sometimes it's kind of difficult to spread that time out amongst different people. Like, my family, they know that I love them, but my goal for this year is to be in the moment. Like, the older generation, they don't, like, they're not texters. I can't shoot them a text and say, hey, da 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 da. I can't tag them in pictures. So my goal is to actually sit down, write letters, print pictures off my phone, mail pictures, just to, I know that my family knows that I love them, but just, I want them to feel my love this year. Like, that is definitely something that I'm going to work on. And even with my, I have one grandmother that's still alive, my father's mom, and also my father's dad is still alive, both of her parents. And that was actually one thing that happened last year. My grandfather, my mom's dad, passed away, but I'll talk about those things later. Yeah, so that is my goal. Like, I would love to go and have coffee. Well, I haven't drank coffee in forever, but tea with my grandmother, or just to go and spend the night with her and love on her, and, you know, camp out in her bed and talk about crazy things, because we do. Like, whenever I see her, we talk about everything. Like, and it was the same way with my mom's mom. Like, I know secrets in the family that no one else knows. Like, on both sides. My dad's side and my mom's side. Because I just had that kind of relationship. I've always had that with my grandparents. But yeah, I just want them to feel my love this year. And even with my nieces. My niece. I have another niece that will be born this year. And my nephews, I just want to spend more time with them. The last thing, excuse me, of my goals for 2015 is letting go of the all or none principle. Okay, allow me to say this. I'm a very all or none person. Like, either I'm all in or I'm not. Either I love something or I just don't. Not that I hate it, because I don't hate things, but I don't like it. But if I like something, like, I love it. And everybody's going to know that I love it. But, like, it's helped me in a lot of ways, because whenever I dedicate myself or commit myself to something, then more than likely it's probably going to get done. Or if I tell a friend, hey, I'm going to do this, more than likely it's going to be done. If I'm not into it, or, like, let's say, for instance, let's talk about workouts, for example. This is in the past, I have definitely gotten better over the last month, but if I didn't have an hour to work out, it was like, what's the point? You know what I mean? Like, who's going to work out in 30 minutes? Like, it's going to take me 10 minutes to drive to the gym, or even to work out at home, you know? Like, I need my hour. But I've definitely gotten better. Even with eating before, in the past, it was like, if I'm eating well, and then, let's say Tuesday, I mess up, it's like, you know what, like, Tuesday morning, you know, you slip up and do something you're not supposed to do. I'm like, okay, fine. Instead of just like, okay, I messed up, let's just start over, let's hop back on. It would be more so like, you know what, may as well make today a cheat day. Like, why not? And then next thing you know, that day turns into the rest of the week, and then you're starting back over on Monday, and then it's just, it's not right. Like, it's not right for me, for where I am now in my life. Like, I am definitely learning that sometimes a little bit of something is better than a whole lot of nothing. Emails, oh my gosh, there are probably people that I should be apologizing to right now, because sometimes when I look at my inbox and it's like bombarded with emails, literally I am like, yeah, I'll respond to that later. And later like never happens. So what I'm doing now is, even if it's not like the most detailed, specific, worded the way that I want it worded, email, like here's a quick response, answer the questions as quickly as possible, maybe even throw out possible dates to when I could meet with them to go further into detail, and just like let that be it. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it's just, or even like cleaning your house, you know, like you come home from work and you look and it's like, oh my gosh, like this is gonna take me 2 hours. But now I've gotten to the point to where even if I don't have 2 hours, I'll be like, I'll set my timer for like 15 minutes and I'll focus on one area for 15 minutes or 20 minutes, and I'm just doing what I can do. And my timer has definitely come in handy in so many areas that yeah, it's really helping me. And I'm just learning. It's just retraining your brain. Like for someone, if any of you guys have been like perfectionists, or if you are perfectionists, and I'm not saying that I do everything right, because I don't. I jack up a lot of things, which is why, you know, on my blog post I talk about how this spirit of all or nothing, like it makes me like the best at what I do, but it also makes me the worst, because if I don't have time, like I won't do any of it, and it's not good. So yeah, basically those are my goals for 2014. As far as my YouTube channel goes, and the weight loss journey, I am still on that journey. A lot of things have changed since last year. A lot of things in my personal life, a lot of things with my family, which, you know, at some point I guess I will go into, because I think that when it comes to weight loss, it's important for people to know that it's not just about the weight. It's really, you know, if you have medical conditions going on, if you have your emotional well-being is just as important as well. The balance, the proper balance in your life, like that's important as well. Last year was a big year. Like there was a lot, and I'm not making excuses, because it happened and I learned a lot and I grew. I grew immensely from it. But I just wanted to share with you guys my goals for 2014. The next video I'll be doing is about time management. For some reason, people say to me like, Felicia, like how do you get it all done? And I'm not like patting myself on the back, because I'm really a wreck. But I think that I can probably help some more people that are just as much as a wreck as I am. And just kind of give you guys some ideas, some tips, and whatever. We'll see if it helps. But if you like more details on my goals for 2015, feel free to go stop by my blog at thesweatpantsdiva.com, where you'll find everything all typed out and written out. And I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear what some of your goals are for this year. Please feel free to leave them in the comment section or over on my blog post. Thanks. Have a great year, guys.